Back in the studio with a couple of pissy boys. Why being so pissy?
Oh, God.
Steve?
Yeah?
Hey, Jesse.
Yes.
You're acting a little pissy today. Any reason why you're such a pissy boy?
Why are you being so pissy about his
I'm
opening topic?
so happy that NHL by Maddie is back.
Oh, we're so blessed.
Why can't they add him to the EA Sports NHL 23 where, you can read the social media stuff? It's got it. Maddie's Twitter account's got to be on that, right?
That'd be very
Why
funny.
is that not on there?
Because that feature right now, as a general manager in the game,
Right.
like that feature is pretty much useless because it'll just be like, oh, a head coach got fired, and there's nothing relevant there. If you had a spicy tweeter, it'd actually make it something you'd go and check.
Like, you should have some enemy members of the media, no matter where you're the GM,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Who just go at you no matter what happens.
It should be, there was the Mitchell Itsu campaign from the previous NHL where I was allowed to be part of it. And where
What?
Mitchell Itsu is a character in the game, and they had all these people from the hockey world talk about how amazing Mitchell Itsu is. And I did that too. So I'm doing like a fake reaction video. Mitchell Itsu, this kid's unbelievable. And his last name is spelled It's You. It's clever, Jesse. I want to see Mitchell Itsu. What a piss baby.
you were a part of a campaign for EA Sports?
was in the damn trailer.
That's for which NHL game?
See, we've talked about this so many times. I thought you were being sarcastic.
No.
I've forgotten.
21.
Did you know this?
I think
21.
I think we did talk about
We
it.
talked about how it's weird that I was in the trailer for NHL 21 and then didn't even get codes for NHL 22.
Myrtle always gets it.
I don't
though.
remember.
Myrtle always gets. That's how I got it. I got a code from Myrtle. That's how I got the game.
Amazing.
No joke.
Amazing. Well, I think, obviously, if you haven't heard the clip yet, even if you have heard the clip, you got to hear it again. NHL by Maddie, for those who've been listening for a long time, Jim Matheson is I think a reporter for like 50 years or something in Edmonton.
He came up in the holiday episodes when we were doing.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Some of the not best ofs, but you know what I mean.
Right, so his Twitter account was NHL by Maddie for a long, long time. Now it's Jim Matheson NHL and NHL by Maddie. None of us could really figure out. I remember Tim and Sid even tweeting going, like, is this a parody account or does this person believe this? We never really got an answer on that, but it was hacked. So then he had to start another account. NHL by Maddie at his peak was at like 30,000, 40,000 followers.
Yeah.
Now I think he's at 8,000 or something. But man, he used to have the spiciest takes. And they used to be so much fun because it was like, this is Looney Tunes. And so now I'm beginning to think that Twitter account, while never verified, it was never got the blue check mark. I think it was real.
Like, who's his employer? Just get him verified.
Yeah.
Just get him verified. That's all.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, the dude has the, what is it, the Elmer Ferguson Award? They call him Hockey Hall of Fame reporter. He's an honored member of the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Right. Yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah.
Honored by the Hockey Hall of Fame, however it works. Get him verified, for God's sake. Because when you get him verified, then you don't fall victim to fake accounts like any...
It's Jim Matheson NHL, which is his real one.
Is
What-
the current real account?
Yes.
Yeah, but then there's Jim Matheson NH capital I, which looks identical.
No.
We'll talk about that in a second and how that trips some people up. So if you missed it, let's play it, Jesse. Jim Matheson, Leon Draisaitl.
Lots of reasons for why the Oilers are playing the way they are in terms of winning and losing. What do you think is the number one reason for the losses now? Is there one thing that you, in your own mind, you're saying we got to get better at that?
Yeah, we have to get better at everything.
Would you like to expand on that?
Nope. You can do that. You know everything.
Why are you so pissy, Leon? Why are you so pissy?
I'm not. I'm just answering your
Yeah, you are. Whenever I ask you a question,
I gave you an answer.
not very good one.
Okay.
I have one more for you. Leon,
And then he
you showed
follows
your
it up.
frustration on the ice last game against Ottawa. Is that a good thing when you show it so the other team knows you're frustrated?
Yeah, it's a great thing, for sure.
Good.
How did the PR person not step in before that?
That was the first thing I thought of. Everyone was focusing on pissy, and all I could think of was Steve Keogh growing 2 more arms out of his torso, like Goro from Mortal Kombat, and beating me to a pulp if I ever did that.
Honestly, that
So-
would happen in Toronto. You'd get killed for
Yeah,
that.
so Steve Keogh is one of, I don't know if it's still this way, but he's like the head media guy for the Leafs. There was a time where he was their shortest media guy, and he was like he's 6'3".
Yep.
There was this other dude who was like 6'7". It was just 4 giants, and you're like, yeah, okay, I guess no more questions then. And I cannot believe he got a follow-up.
The follow-up's insane.
I can't believe it. It's the craziest part about the whole clip.
Yeah.
Everyone's focusing on Pissy. No, I cannot believe that he was allowed to ask a follow-up and that Draisaitl answered him.
Oh yeah, Draisaitl starts smiling. You see his little smirk by the end of it.
Yeah.
You know, because he realized he's arguing with an old man. You know, he's going back and forth. He says, "Why are you so pissy?" And he's like, "I'm not." He's like, "Yes, you are." Like that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
an interaction.
I'll tell
that
you how
happened.
you feel.
So there was some debate about who started this. So Draisaitl is.
What do you mean?
He is wait. Visually, for if you're listening, Draisaitl does make a face.
Mm-hmm.
He
Got
makes
a couple.
He makes a few faces, but the first face comes before the question is even finished.
For why the
Right.
owners are playing the way
But-
they are in terms of winning and losing.
Is he that much of a jerk, or did Jim Matheson write something that got this guy pissed
so
off? Because
here's-
that attitude doesn't fall out of the sky.
Right, but I think that every Oilers reporter since then has you can disagree with everything else they've said, but they've all said Leon's a really tough interview, and usually it has been making efforts this year to be better with the press, but is always a bit ornery. That's the and listen, I'm not telling you that I'm just telling you that for context. I'm not defending any sides here, but I'm just saying Leon Draisaitl, not known for a great quote with the press, kind of known for being a little bit combative with the press.
Can I do an impression of all of those reporters?
You can.
Oh, Leon's making my job hard.
Well, okay, I would like to go back.
Hey,
I would like to go back to the beginning. Can you play the first
that wasn't even good.
play the first half of that, and I'll tell you when to stop, okay, Jesse?
All right. No.
The way they are in terms
Do your
of
job.
Lots of reasons for why the owners are playing the way they are in terms of winning and losing. What do you think's the number one reason
It's making a face.
the losses now? Is there one thing that you, in your own mind, you're saying we got to get better at that?
Yeah, we have to get better at everything.
Would you like to expand on that?
Nope. You can do that. You know everything.
Why are you so pissy?
All right, stop for a second. Okay, now. Now I have to
You know
tell
the
you.
title of the show is Pissy, right? Like-
Yeah, of course.
No.
So here's
No?
what,
Not
Oh.
on YouTube.
oh, you two
No,
get mad at
that's-
that. Okay, here's what I want to say. With that,
With dollar
that
signs?
answer,
Okay.
what was wrong with the answer? I watched that and I thought the answer is like we need to get better at everything. They do. They're not scoring. They can't defend, and their goaltending's terrible. I don't know what. I think Leon's correct.
Yeah.
What do you want? What else do you want him to say?
It's an escalation. So Matheson's not done his question. Leon's already smirking, shaking his head at him. And he gives a not very good answer. It's there.
It's not bad though.
Mhm.
Do you care?
It's
Him saying you know everything is punching back.
yeah. So
Like
wait.
that's a counter shot.
So wait. No, you're skipping steps. There's all sorts of microaggressions in between because it's the little head shake,
Yeah.
followed by an answer that you know what it in video and audio is poor, but he's a writer. I think it would have read well.
Mm-hmm.
Which everything we need to improve on everything. There's a nice quippy.
That's
little-
what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, no, so I agree on that. And then, but you want to expand on that? You can't tell me there wasn't some stank on that because a lot of people are focusing on Draisaitl going, you know everything. You want to expand on that? If someone not my dad ever spoke to me that way, I'd kick them in the neck. You want to expand on that? I want to expand my fist in your mouth. How about that? What? So anyway, then Leon takes it up a notch, and then Jim takes it up another notch.
Right.
And all of a sudden, we got a thing.
We got a thing.
Why do reporters feel like these players owe them something? And that there's a need here to fight with this guy because he's not getting the answers he wants. And he's I don't know if he's frustrated with the team. Matheson I'm talking about here. I don't know if Matheson's frustrated with Draisaitl specifically, but he wants something out of him. He's not getting it, and it upsets him. Why does this interaction upset Jim Matheson?
Well, I think Jim Matheson would say, why did this interaction upset Leon Draisaitl? Clearly something was written and Leon didn't like it.
I think we can agree there's elements of they're both a little wrong.
Oh, I think so.
Sure.
For sure.
You can blame
here's-
one more than the
here's
other.
What you
but-
don't need to do. Here's what you don't need to do. Okay? You don't need to grandstand. You don't need to, in a public setting, everybody, here's the thing, every journalist born before 1970 jumped to Jim Matheson's defense here.
Why that year?
Yeah.
Well, I think you know. And
The moon landing?
and listen, I'm not saying that Jim Matheson is completely in the wrong here, but he's clearly grandstanding. Saying Jim knows, like everybody was talking about this, and I think we got to talk about the reporter reaction to this reporter. Everybody knows that if you were to have a tense interaction, and players and media sometimes do, that off camera in a dressing room, you would go and you'd sit and you go, listen, I didn't like this. And the person goes, I didn't like this. Okay, well, you know what? I apologize or whatever. You go your separate ways. You move on because you got to work together. But Jim knows this is a very public setting. He knows there's a speaker. He knows everybody's going to see this, and he knows it's going to go viral later. And don't tell me that Jim Matheson does not know viral tweets, because Jim Matheson was the definition of viral tweets for like 4 straight years there.
But did he know?
He knew.
I
And
don't
so
know.
what he decided to do, being a 50 fucking year veteran Hall of Famer, is he decided to engage a 25-year-old and poke him.
Adam, why are you getting so pissy?
That's what I mean.
Why are you getting so... I love
you
that he
have-
hit pissy like Draco Malfoy.
Oh, yeah.
Pissy.
I expect
Hard
the
P.
reporter in probably every situation to be the bigger person.
So if the report, so as the other side of that, reporter be like, well, he's a leader on this team. Shouldn't he also be expected to be professional at all times?